Start your mortgage career today. Being a mortgage loan officer is one of the most rewarding and profitable careers. In this training, I will explain how you can get started. Chapter 1. Determining your license. The first step to becoming a licensed mortgage broker in California is to determine which type of license you need. There are two types of licenses available. 1. The Mortgage Broker License or Mortgage Loan Originator License, also called the MLO. If you just want to originate or broker loans, you will need to obtain the Mortgage Broker License or MLO, which is the most common for people entering the field of mortgage financing. Especially those who have a real estate salesperson's license, in which case you can get a mortgage license endorsement. And 2. A Mortgage Lender License. If you want to open an office that lends money, you will need to obtain the Mortgage Lender License. Next, I will explain the education requirements. Chapter 2. Education. Once you have determined which type of license you need, you must complete the required education or experience. You can have the licenses and experience, or not have them. Either way you can get licensed. For the MLO license, you must have either a bachelor's degree in any field from an accredited college or university or at least 2 years of full-time experience as a licensed real estate salesperson. If you don't have a real estate license or lack the experience necessary, you can still get licensed by taking the necessary courses. The courses are required for all who want to get a mortgage license and consists on licensing educational courses and continuing educational courses, which I will detail in the next chapters. If you want to lend money and get your mortgage lender license, you must have either a bachelor's degree in any field from an accredited college or university or at least 5 years of full-time experience in the mortgage lending business. Next, I will explain how to get licensed. Chapter 3. The NMLS. The NMLS is the nationwide mortgage licensing system, which is a web-based platform and database that allows mortgage companies and mortgage loan originators to manage their licenses and registrations, and provides a central repository for all relevant information and documentation. This helps to streamline the licensing and regulatory process and provides a standardized approach to licensing and supervision across different states. It also provides a tool for consumers to research and verify the license status of mortgage companies and loan originators. In addition to licensing and registration, the NMLS also provides education and testing resources for mortgage professionals and facilitates communication and collaboration among regulatory agencies and industry stakeholders. Next, I will explain licensing. Chapter 4. Licensing. Here are the general requirements for obtaining a mortgage loan originator license in California. 1. You must complete a 20-hour NMLS-approved pre-licensing education course that covers federal and state laws, ethics, and lending standards. 2. Then you need to pass the NMLS exam, which is a multiple-choice exam that tests your knowledge of mortgage lending. You must pass the NMLS national exam with a score of 75% or higher. The test covers federal and state mortgage regulations, loan origination practices, ethics, appraisals, and lending standards. Next, I will explain what happens after the exam. Chapter 5. After the exam. After you're past your NMLS exam, then you must complete an application through the NMLS. This application is called the MU4. Then you need to select the agency that will regulate your license. You must choose between the Department of Real Estate or DRE or Department of Financial Protection and Innovation or DFPI. Then you must pay the associated fees and complete a background check and provide your fingerprints through the NMLS. And finally, you have to select a sponsoring company, and they must obtain a surety bond for $25,000 through a licensed surety company. Next, I will explain DRE versus DFPI. Chapter 6. DRE versus DFPI. The state of California has two agencies that regulate mortgage loan originators: the Department of Real Estate or DRE, and the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation or DFPI. The education requirement is the same for either. The difference will be whether you want to be regulated by the Department of Real Estate or by the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation. One thing to remember is that if you are just a licensed real estate salesperson and not a broker, most real estate brokerages will not allow you to do both real estate sales and mortgage financing if you are licensed under the DRE, in which case it would be best to be licensed under the DFPI. But this is a decision you have to make. I cannot give you any advice regarding this. In next chapter, I will explain the difference between them. Chapter 7. The DFPI. The California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation licenses the following. The DFPI, through the Residential Mortgage Lending Act, licenses the agents and branches, as well as the financing law for agents and branches, and the mortgage loan originator education requirements and licenses, among others. If you are regulated by the DFPI, you do not need to be a real estate salesperson, broker, or have the field experience necessary. You can become a mortgage loan officer by taking the courses, the NMLS exam, and following the steps explained in previous chapters. In my next chapter, I will explain the licenses the Department of Real Estate regulates. Chapter 8. The Department of Real Estate, or DRE. The California Department of Real Estate licenses the following. The Real Estate Salesperson and Broker Real Estate License and MLO License endorsements. The Real Estate Corporation License, the Branch Office License and MLO endorsement, among others. If you are a real estate salesperson or broker, you can choose to be regulated by the DRE or the DFPI by taking the NMLS exam and following the steps explained in previous chapters. If you choose DRE, you don't get an NMLS license as you do under the DFPI, you get an endorsement. In my next chapter, I will explain the benefits of either agency. Chapter 9. DRE versus DFPI. The education requirement is the same for both the Department for Real Estate Endorsement and the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation license. The choice becomes when you are filing your NMLS MU4 application, you can go either DRE or DFPI. The difference is that under a DRE regulation, if you want to work as a real estate salesperson and loan originator, the broker you work for must have dual licenses, both real estate and mortgage lender licenses. If you select the DFPI, you can have your real estate license with a real estate broker and your NMLS license with a different mortgage broker. And finally, if you are a real estate broker, not a salesperson, you can have your license with two separate brokers, even if you chose the DRE as your regulatory agency. Real estate brokers have more flexibility in this area. Next, I will explain working with your license or endorsement. Chapter 10. Working with your licenses. As explained in previous chapters, you can be regulated by the Department of Real Estate or the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation. Some real estate brokerages will not allow you to sell real estate and do mortgages at the same time. So getting licensed via the DFPI would benefit you if you want to work with two separate brokers, one for real estate and one for mortgage loan origination. If your current broker does not allow you to do both, then you need to find a broker that has a dual license or a broker that is willing to allow you to do both. Like in our brokerage REAZ Realty, we allow you to do both real estate and mortgage financing if you are licensed under the DFPI. For more information, send me a DM. Next, I will explain continuing education. Chapter 11. Continuing education. After you have obtained your license, you must maintain it by completing continuing education requirements. In California, mortgage brokers must complete 8 hours of continuing education every year. Mortgage lenders must complete 4 hours of continuing education every year. Also, you must provide a copy of your credit report and update your background check when required. I hope you have enjoyed our mini course on getting a mortgage license in California. REAZ Seminars keeps you informed on everything real estate and mortgages. Please subscribe and share. Disclaimer: mortgage regulations change all the time without notice. For current information, call the NMLS at 1-855-665-7123 or go to their website. Also, I am not an attorney, and I cannot give legal advice, and anything we explain through this course is from the eyes of mortgage financing practice. Real Estate License Number 01426614 and 02121641, and NMLS License Number 238330.